What's going on, guys? Hope all is well. Hope you are having a great week. We are in March. April is right around the corner. The spring game is going to be on April the 27th. We have a lot of transfers on the defensive side of the ball as well as the offensive side of the ball. You know some of these transfers already, but in this video, I want to discuss who's going to have the biggest impact from all of the transfers that we have that came into Colorado. Shador's on the beach throwing the ball around. He's doing the all-season workouts. Before I get into this video, guys, let's go ahead and go to Shador. Let him tell you who we are around here.
BWB. Bandwagon Buffs.
That's right. It's your man's Harry Billion. Please do me a favor and smash that subscribe button. Make sure to give me the thumbs up. And don't forget to hit that bell notification so that you can get the videos as soon as I upload it to YouTube. All right, family, I got to go ahead and get into this video real quick. So that's all the business I got. You know what time it is. Let's work. All right, guys, so welcome back. We're going to go ahead and get right into it. Who will have the biggest impact from all of the transfers at Colorado? Let's go. The information for this video comes from buffzone.com. CU Buffs Football. Which transfers will make the biggest impact in 2024? This article was written by Brian Howell. All right, you can see his information right there on the screen. Brian Howell, appreciate you for this information for this video. Let's go. The roster overhaul hasn't been as big as it was a year ago yet, but head coach Deion Sanders and the Colorado Buffs will once again be counting on several transfers to play key roles if they are to make some noise in their return to the Big 12 Conference this year. Sanders has said multiple times that he wanted to go out and get experienced starters through the transfer portal this offseason, and he's certainly done that. Where exactly those transfers fit in and how much of an impact they'll make remains to be seen. But here's a look at the 10 transfers that could be the most impactful during the 2024 season. First transfer is defensive lineman BJ Green from Arizona State, 6'1", 270 pounds. He's a senior though, 1-year guy. He's a rental. He's a rental. One of the best defensive linemen in the Pac-12. He was second team all Pac-12 last season after putting up 39 tackles, 11.5 tackles for loss, and 6 sacks. He also had 11 quarterback hurries. CU needs impact in the trenches on defense, and Green is arguably the best pickup of the offseason. We talked about this on Friday's Live. BJ Green is one of the guys that is currently not on the team yet. We are still waiting for him to get there. He is familiar with Coach Prime and his team already. I'm sure he's putting in some off-season work, whatever work he's doing. If you guys seen footage or y'all seeing him work out, let me know in the comments. We know that a lot of work is happening with the team that's currently here. They're building camaraderie. They're getting along. I personally am very appreciative of everything that's going on, having most of our starters already in-house. I wish BJ Green was there, but obviously everybody can't be there at the same time. There are other requirements that they have to fulfill. There are other things that they have to do at their former schools before they leave. So he's handling his business and he will be here soon. BJ Green is our first guy from that transfer class that's going to be the most impactful. Who's the next one? Defensive back Preston Hodge, Liberty. He's 6 foot, 195 pounds. He's a senior. He's another rental. All right. Let's start calling these guys rental. Yeah, but he's a 1-year guy. The thing about these one and done guys is that they're coming with a lot of experience. They're going to be on that line. They're going to be the guys that you lean on, that can instill some type of confidence in the other guys, because there's nothing that's really going to scare them. They've seen a lot of different plays. They've seen a lot of different formations. They're going to be cool and calm in situations where either the team is down and struggling and they're trying to come back. Those are going to be the guys that you lean on. You know what I'm saying? That's what this means. Some of them do come with some selfishness, okay? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's my last year. If I have NFL aspirations, I want to go for me. You know, this is my opportunity to do what I got to do to show the NFL scouts that I can ball on that next level. So you're not going to have them next year. You're going to have to replace these guys with new guys. Again, you got guys who are backing them up, and those guys may step up. Their body will come in, especially if they're freshmen or sophomores. They'll get stronger. They'll get more experience, especially if they get any reps during the season. They'll get a little stronger, more confident, and they'll step up, and the process can continue. Again, there are pros and cons for these one-and-done guys. Let's keep it moving. Our next player is the offensive lineman Justin Mayers, and Justin Mayers from UTEP, University of Texas, El Paso, 6'4", 320 pounds. He's a senior, another one and done guy. There's a narrative going on here. It's been well documented how much Sanders wanted to revamp his offensive line. 5 experienced FBS starters and top prep recruit Jordan Seaton have all joined the herd, but Mayers might be the best transfer of the bunch. He earned All-Conference USA honorable mention the past 2 seasons, starting all 24 games for the Miners at left guard. He's also allowed just 2 sacks in the past 2 seasons. He's real close to Shador. He's there early and he's doing what he has to do to get acclimated with the team, to let the other guys know his intention. He's been very vocal, letting some of the other players know who are not so serious, like, hey man, we understand you may be a sophomore, you may be a freshman, you're not really looking at this opportunity like I'm looking at it. Next year is my opportunity to step into that NFL ranks, and this is my opportunity to show the NFL scouts that I can play on that next level, and I don't want you to ruin that for me. And you know what I'm saying? So he's making his voice heard. He's letting the younger guys know, stop playing with this. We understand that you're younger now, so you're not really thinking about the future as much as we are. Keep in mind that Coach Prom's recruiting process, the scheme is 40-40-20, 40% graduate, 40% undergraduate, 20% freshmen. So yes, you're going to have some guys there that are a little bit less mature, they're a little bit more immature, so they're not thinking about it quite just the same way like people like Justin Mayers and the other guys that are seniors, but they'll come into it. When you're younger, you're not really thinking about anything like that. You're not thinking about the future. I have a son I keep telling him about. He's taking the SATs now, and I'm like, look man, lock in. You don't know what's behind the curtains. I know what's behind those curtains, and I know what's coming ahead. Please lock in, get the best score you can get in the SATs or the ACTs, and make sure to set your future up. A lot of those young guys on that team, they're not really thinking about it. Sophomore, junior, you know, late junior years, they start thinking about, oh, there's a possibility I might go to the NFL, or if I had shown more tape, you mean I could have actually made it? They're not thinking about that right now. They're just thinking like, I'm young, I just want to have fun. It's a good thing that we have the older guys there. Whatever is going to come for you is going to come for you, but obviously these guys got to go for themselves because it's their last year. Our next player, guys, is going to be cornerback DJ McKenna from Oklahoma State. He's 6 foot, 174 pounds. He's a sophomore. Here we go. Breath of fresh air, guys. We got a guy that has some time on his clock. Like Hodge, it's tough to project where he'll fit in, especially with Travis Hunter and Kwamani McLean both back at corner. But like Hodge, it might be tough to keep him off the field. He wasn't a starter at OSU, but played 596 snaps and led Cowboys corners in tackles, 38, and had 5 pass breakups in 2023. Now, we did talk about this on the live on Friday, whether Kwamani was going to be a starter. I still don't believe that Kwamani will be a starter. I know that he's going to get a lot more reps. He's coming into himself. His overall football and cornerback IQ is not necessarily up to par yet to get to that Travis Hunter level. It's taking him a little bit of time to develop. Maybe he has a little bit of issue just believing in himself and his own abilities. I don't know what it is, but we know Kwamani has a big upside. What the hangups are or what the reasons are that he's just not putting 2 and 2 together to just get there. We know he's smart enough to get this done. Whatever it is, we know the season hasn't started yet. The spring ball hasn't started yet, but I feel like DJ McKenna might take the job over Kwamani McLean. There's a couple of other players there that will be vying for that spot. Kwamani's going to be a sophomore as well, but it seems like this guy has a little bit more confidence than Kwamani McLean, and he might take the job, but my personal opinion is that Kwamani will be coming off the bench again. It's going to be his junior year that he really steps into really being who we know Kwamani could be. I like the kid. I just don't feel like he has put it all together yet for where Coach Prom wants to be as far as type of winning that we want to do. That's just my opinion, guys. Don't fry me for my opinion. You got your own. Stick to it. Respect my opinion. I respect your opinion. You understand what I'm saying? Who is our next player? It's going to be tight end Chamman Mata, Cincinnati. He's 6'5", 245 pounds. He's a junior. See, you never had a true tight end last year, but Mata fits the mold. He caught 23 passes for 258 yards and 5 touchdowns as a sophomore at Cincinnati in 2023 and will look to make an impact as a receiver and a blocker. We only have 2 tight ends, maybe 3, because we do have a defensive guy that's converting over to tight end. Technically, it is 3, but we had some converts last year, and when you start thinking about converts, how that's going to impact the team, I want true tight ends. I don't know how you feel about that, but that all plays in the IQ. It's okay if you're good enough to play the position, but if your IQ is high, if you are a true tight end, if that's your true position, I feel like you've spent some time playing that position. That's what you know. That's what you feel comfortable with. You have the higher IQ in that position, and you don't have to necessarily second guess yourself or even think about things. It just kind of comes naturally because that's what you've been doing all of your career. That's why I feel bullish about guys who are actually tight ends. I would say we have 2.5 tight ends, not necessarily 3, because one is a convert. Our next player is going to be my favorite player on the Colorado Buffs this year. And it's not just because he's an African. It's because I just like the guy. He's strong. He's positive. He understands the game. He has a very high football IQ. I mean, he's only 5'11", okay? Defensive lineman Chidozie Nwankwo of Houston. He's 5'11", 295 pounds. He's a senior, so he's only a 1-year guy. It's okay. Another key piece to the puzzle on the defensive front. Played 4 seasons at Houston with 32 starts, posting 95 tackles, 13 tackles for loss, and 5 sacks in his career. In 2023, played 10 games, posting 25 tackles, 5 tackles for loss, and a sack. I like this guy because if you watch his tape, if you pay attention to him, he knows how to do the right things. I know that he's going to do well for Colorado, and I'm excited to see him play this season. That's my favorite player on the Colorado Buffaloes team this year so far. All right, moving on to the next guy is going to be edge Samuel Okola from Pittsburgh. He's 6 foot, 245 pounds. He's a sophomore. Thank God, boy. So hopefully he'll be around for a while. You never know with the NIL. We don't know what's going to transpire either before the spring, after the spring, or after the season. So can't really bank on these players forever at the college level right now because of so many elements that goes into this game right now. But we got him for now. With Jordan Dominic graduating, the Buffs need pass rushing help, and Okola provides it. Last season in 11 games for the Panthers, Okola recorded 18 tackles, 6 tackles for loss, and 5 sacks. He also forced a fumble and had a fumble recovery. Last year, we needed edge rushers. We need linebackers as well. Now, the edge rushers and the linebackers, the word on the street is that they're going to be sharing rooms. So they're going to be sharing ideas, things that they're seeing, things that they're not seeing, and they're going to be in that same room. So they're going to develop together. That's the area of need for Colorado. Now, if the defensive line is going to be doing their things, then we should see edge rushers break out. Like Levante Bentley, as a linebacker, he should break out. These edge rushers should really have a great season. We did get a lot of edge this year. I'm not 100% confident yet with the linebacker play. The linebackers that we have in house, I still feel like we needed somebody like a DJ Lundy. We needed somebody to come in here that was really elite. I'm not bullish on the linebackers yet. That's just my opinion. You have yours. Respect mine. I respect yours. You understand what I'm saying? Let's move on to our next guy. That's going to be wide receiver Will Shepherd from Vanderbilt. He's 6'3", 205 pounds. He's another senior. Man, these U-Haul guys, we got a lot of U-Hauls on the team, but it's all good. All you senior guys who are watching these videos, all of you rental guys, all of you U-Hauls, listen U-Hauls, y'all better ball out. No selfish ball. Give Colorado an opportunity to recruit for next year. You understand what I'm saying? If y'all ball out this year, if you put a lot of W's on the board, when y'all leave, we will be able to recruit your replacement. That's all we're looking for. Please ball out. Let the fans know that it was not a mistake to pick you so that we will be able to recruit heavily next year, because that's all we need. Is we need more W's. Everybody saying there's distractions, the cameras everywhere, Coach Prime is this, Coach Prime is that, blah, 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 blah. But listen, if we start winning, all of those people will be quiet. That's all I'm saying. Anyways, let's get into Will Shepherd. Shepherd led Vandy in receptions, yards, and touchdowns the past 2 years. Think about that. He had 47 catches for 684 yards and 8 scores this past season. In 4 seasons with the Commodores, Shepherd caught 152 passes for 2,067 yards and 21 touchdowns. Once he gets here in the summer, he figures to be a favorite target of quarterback Shedeur Sanders. Again, one of those guys that is not currently here. We know about his abilities. We know how good he can play, but he's getting here in the summertime. Football starts at the end of summer, so he's only going to have a few weeks to get up to speed with Shedeur and the rest of the guys. Hopefully they get along. So the fact that a senior is coming in the summertime, his culture and everything that he knows about is Vandy. You got to build trust very fast in that short period of time. I know there's going to be some pushback. Oh, Harry, what you know about football? You don't know anything about football. It doesn't matter. If you're a dog, you're a dog. You can play. When you stop saying that, listen, man, if it doesn't matter, then you tell the coaches and everybody else that speaks about that, all right? Tell Shedeur where he talks about we're building trust of each other. If you're going to come at me and say trust don't matter, tell that to Shedeur. Tell that to Coach Prime. Tell that to the other coaches that says trust matters. And then you come back to me and say, Harry B, you're not a true fan because you're saying all of these things. It is going to be a little bit of an issue. The fact that he's a senior, all of his culture is at Vandy. But I feel like the fact that he's a baller, you know, he's a good player. His numbers are high. If him and Shador can spend a few months, you know what I'm saying, and put it all together, then this U-Haul, okay, I keep calling him a U-Haul, then this U-Haul is going to serve us right, all right? I packed all my stuff from Maryland. I put all my stuff in the U-Haul. I drove all the way to New York, okay, in my U-Haul. So a U-Haul can go long distance if you treat it right. You know what I'm saying? I hope to treat Will Shepherd right so that he can give us some numbers so that we can get some W's on that board. Let's go to our next player. It's going to be linebacker Keaton Wade from Kentucky. He's 6'4", 245 pounds. He's a junior, so he has a little bit of time left on his clock, okay? Even though that clock is tick, tick, ticking. CU needs someone to step up at linebacker, and Wade is a candidate to do that as he hopes to become a starter for the first time in college. Last year, he played in all 12 regular season games, recording 35 tackles, 3 tackles for loss, 1 sack, 3 quarterback hurries, and a blocked kick. He also made an impact as a true freshman reserve in 2022 with the Wildcats. That's the position that I feel like we have the most need at. If Wade can come in and he can do his thing, I feel like that position is wide open. If there's any position that's wide open, it's going to be that linebacker's position. Yes, anybody that steps up, anybody that wants it. If you're watching this video and you're a linebacker, if you want to step up and get some. You understand what I'm saying? Step up and get some, man. If you want it, go get it. I just want the linebacker play to be nice, you know what I'm saying? Because if we rush that quarterback, if he doesn't have time to throw that ball, and we got guys confusing the quarterback, making him change his mind, then that means that Travis Hunter's going to eat all day. Interceptions are coming. Our DBs are going to be eating all day. That's what I'm like, yo, these guys got to do their job. If we get the linebackers to move, oh man, it's going to be a great season for Colorado football. We know it's exciting football when it all comes together. When everybody's playing, Colorado football is exciting to watch. Everybody's eyes are on Colorado. So if we start putting W's together, it's going to be a beautiful season, man. I'm telling you, this channel is going to be on fire, man. But if we don't put it together, boy, it's going to be a dog day over here. You understand what I'm saying? Let's go to our next guy. All right, guys, so here is our 10th and last player that may have the biggest impact in 2024 from all of our transfers. That's going to be none other than wide receiver Lante Wester of Florida Atlantic, okay? He's 5'11", 167 pounds, and he's a senior. They're almost all seniors, a few sophomores and maybe a junior or so. But it's all good. If they ball out, we're going to have a great season. Has the potential to be one of the most exciting players on the field this year. Okay. All right, Brian Howell, you feel like that? That's what's up. He set FAU single-season records for catches, 108, and receiving yards, 1,168 this past season, ranking second nationally in receptions. Wow, we got that guy on our team. He caught 252 passes for 2,703 yards and 21 touchdowns in 4 years with the Owls. In addition, he was an FWAA first-team All-American as a punt returner this year, as well as being named the AAC Special Teams Player of the Year. Man, when I read these type of stats, I hope that they transfer. I hope that they transfer over. You have guys that have come over before with high numbers, with numbers that were pretty impressive, but sometimes it doesn't always transfer over. Think about it. If these guys like Lante Wester, if they transfer over, if their information, their stats, and what they did over there translates over here, we're going to be all right. Colorado football is going to do very well in 2024 if these guys show up, because these are transfers. Think about it. We didn't have these guys on our team last year. There's a couple of wide receivers on this list. Will Shepherd, Lante Wester. These are transfers with high ceiling. It looks like we improved tremendously on both sides of the ball. We already had good wide receivers last year. These guys are going to be more weapon added for Shador, who is over here on the beach practicing, okay? And it seems like it's summertime already. They're over here on the beach and it's cold in New York. These guys are shirtless on a beach in Miami. Those are 10 guys that we're looking forward to. 10 guys on our team that came from other teams, even though most of them are rentals, most of them are U-Haul players. But if they ball out, our season is going to go great, and it's going to give us an opportunity to recruit highly next year. That's what I'm looking forward to. That 40-40 is real. 40-40-20 is real. Some of the guys on the live, they're always saying, no, you got to build your team from high school. Those high school players are going to be around. That's how you got to build your team, because they got to grow into it. But there's no guarantee that those high school players are going to stick around. You can't guarantee that a player is going to feel comfortable, everything's going to go right for him, and he's going to stay on the team. Nobody Nobody can guarantee that nowadays. You just look around college football. Quarterbacks are leaving. The most trusted guy on your team, quarterback, after the season, they're leaving. They're jumping into that transfer portal. It's crazy. Anyways, I don't want to entice nobody out here looking at girls with their bikinis on. You know what I'm saying? I'm a Christian man. I ain't trying to entice y'all with bikinis. I know it's not just guys watching. Females are watching too. Let me go ahead and just leave it right there. Oh, thank you. All right, but there's the guy right there with his shirt off. So now I got the girls, you know, going crazy. Anyways, I can't win, okay? I can't win. I'm gonna go, okay? I'm gonna leave it right there. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share with a friend, okay? There's too much flesh going on. I gotta go. I'm gonna leave it right there, okay?